Well, Lennox, listen, thanks so much for joining us. First of all, how are you? Long time no see.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You're keeping it together.
Yeah, brilliant, man. Well, you listen, you look well. Look, Lennox, we have to go back now 25 years since you beat Evander Holyfield, 1999. That was the last undisputed title fight that we had. We've waited that long and we finally got it. Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, May the 18th, out in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. I mean, looking forward to this fight.
Yeah, this has been a fight long time coming. Didn't know if it was really going to happen, and it kind of reminds me of when I was trying to be undisputed heavyweight champion. It wasn't easy for me. I had to do it twice. They didn't believe it the first time, and I got it done. And
Yeah.
then, being so many years undisputed. If it makes me feel great that it's been so long. So records are there to be broken. And for me, after the undisputed fight, we're gonna have to see how long, they're gonna be undisputed champion.
Sure. I
Is it
mean, there's
gonna
a
be
lot
20? Is it gonna be 25 years?
I'm not sure it will, man. I mean, that legacy, you've cemented that, Lennox, and you will go down. It's a fight that people still talk about today. Like there's
Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those legacy fights. It really was. But look, there's a lot of similarities between your fight and this fight, with Tyson Fury being the much bigger guy, Oleksandr Usyk moving up from cruiserweight like Evander Holyfield did. What does Oleksandr Usyk have to do to win this fight?
I think he knows what he needs to do. This man is a champion. I mean, he's undisputed at a lower weight class. Now he's moved up to the higher weight class, and he hasn't lost yet. So he's a winner. And I'm sure he's got a plan, out there, because he wouldn't step in the fight unless he had a plan. And we're gonna have to see how his plan plays out.
Look, it's like I say, you know these sort of weights and the difference between moving up from cruiserweight to heavyweight, because you experienced that with Evander Holyfield. Is it an easy
Yeah.
transition for Oleksandr Usyk? I mean, I know we saw him beat Anthony Joshua last a couple of times, but and he won them fights, and he won them convincingly, actually. But like against Tyson Fury, he's a much bigger guy, and he's going in there. He is the world champion as well. Does that make a difference?
Makes a big difference. I mean, um, Tyson Fury is not no easy fight for anybody. He's elusive, he moves well, he boxes from both sides. For any boxer, it's gonna take a while to figure out. Also the height difference is a problem. 6'9", it's not an easy, it's not an easy fight for anybody.
Mm.
So, and then he's not gonna get the fat Tyson Fury. He's gonna get the focus, guy that don't have a belly, don't have love handles.
Mm.
He's ready, focused, and willing.
Sure. I mean, Lennox, did you read anything into the Francis Ngannou performance from Tyson Fury? Because you're only as good as your last performance, and that performance he put in there, yet we could clearly see that he hadn't trained to the best of his ability, and maybe that fear factor wasn't in him because he thought he just had to turn up to win. But did you read anything into the performance of Fury, or you reckon it was just a bad day at the office?
Yeah, I think it was a bad day at the office. You're right. He didn't take the fight as seriously as he should have. And, I think that was just, basically a wake-up call for him, a wake-up call to say, hey, get shape. This guy hasn't had any fights, and you let him real close to you.
Mm.
So I think mentally that kind of bothered him for a bit, because if you look at him now, he's in great shape. Even, 4 weeks before the fight, he's in great shape. That's telling me that he's taking the fight serious and that we're going to have a great fight.
Do you feel that cut that happened to Tyson Fury just before this fight was meant to happen, do you feel that was a blessing in disguise for Tyson, because it's giving more time to prepare and get his body into that sort of shape? Or do you think that, he would have just taken this seriously anyway?
No, you took the words out of my mouth in that sense. You're right. It was a wake-up call for him, and he wasn't as serious as he should have been for that fight. And he actually needed that to wake him up
Mm,
because obviously I gave him heck, a lot of people gave him heck, and now he's focused.
yeah. I mean, look, Lennox, let's break it down. How does Tyson, let's start with Tyson Fury. If he's going to come out victorious, how does he win this fight?
He's got to use his attributes. He's got to be elusive. He's got to throw that jab, and he has to do what he knows he has to do. He's been there before. He's boxed smaller guys. He just has to bring everything together.
I mean, and for Oleksandr Usyk, what does he have to do?
Usyk will do what he normally does. He's gonna move well around the ring. He's gonna try and um, bring Tyson out of his shell, and it's gonna take a few rounds for him because both guys are gonna have to get used to each other, and it's gonna take at least 4 rounds before anything cracks through. Who's gonna be the first guy to attack? Maybe it's gonna be Usyk.
Mm,
Who's going to be the guy that throws all the jab and moving around? Usyk will, because he's got to have to find a way to get in against a 6'9" heavyweight.
but
This is the first time that he's gone against a 6'9" heavyweight.
yeah, I mean that's what it is, Lennox, isn't it? It's about finding a way to get in. And Usyk is the guy that normally likes to move around the perimeter of the ring, keep it at range, and nick the shots, go back out and use his movement. But against Fury, you would suspect that actually he's got to work a way in, like Evander Holyfield had to try and work a way in with you, who were the taller guy with the longer
Right.
attributes and whatnot. Usyk, in many ways, has got to sort of fight similar to Evander Holyfield, as in the sense of he's got to try and close that gap, close that space, and work on the inside with Fury.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Usyk is gonna find a way to win. He's a champion fighter. Like you can't take him lightly. This
Mm,
man is worked his way from one weight class to become undisputed. Now he's going to another weight class to be undisputed. That's a great goal to have, to be undisputed in two weight classes, and he's gonna try and find the way. I mean, if I was in his position, how do you fight a guy that's 6'9"? You gotta find the way.
sure.
What do you have to do? That's what he will do because he wants to win.
I mean,
He
coming in,
doesn't know nothing. He doesn't know losing.
sure.
Has he lost? No, he hasn't lost at all. So he doesn't know about losing. So the only thing he's thinking about is winning and finding a way to win.
Mm. Okay, Lennox, I'm gonna put you on the spot, mate. I want to ask you, who do you think comes out victorious May the 18th out in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and how do they win it?
I believe that Tyson Fury has great attributes. He's tall. He can box on both feet. Um, Southpaw, orthodox. He can go forward. Right now, to me, it's difficult to beat a bigger guy. So I always say the bigger guy has the advantage.
Mm. So you're gonna go for what you think, Tyson Fury on points?
Yeah, I think Tyson Fury on points, but I'm not counting out Usyk.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Lennox, thanks. I know you're so busy, and thanks so much for your time. And really appreciate that. Now, guys, make sure you tune into Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, Ring of Fire, live from Riyadh on TNT Sports box office, Saturday, May the 18th. For more information, go to tntsports.co.uk/box office. Lennox, thanks so much for your time, mate. And it was
Thank
great
you.
catching up again.